I just saw Scream 7 and the reviews are brutal. I had never seen such a negative reaction to a Scream movie. Many are saying it's the worst in the franchise. But is this true? Stick around to hear my take. And by the way, I'm going to do the whole review with this mask on until the end where I unmask myself. By the way, I always wear sunglasses in my videos. This is the first time you'll get to see my eyes. Let's get with it. First of all, I just want to say I've been dreading this film for a long time. The last two Scream films were terrible, and even though I love Stu Macher, one of the original killers, I thought the idea of bringing him back would be handled terribly, to the point where it would make the series a joke. And face it, unless you go full on Friday the 13th Supernatural, there's really no way to bring him back that's realistic. Still, I was curious on how they pulled it off, so I went here to the theater taking my doubts with me. As for Marissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, I know all about the politics and all that, and I'm not going to get into it. I just got to say that this didn't bother me that they weren't here. I have always thought those characters were lame, and I was glad to see them go. Let's get to the positives first. Honestly, the best part of the movie was the kills. They were inventive and brutal. The second best part was Neve Campbell herself. Even though I think it's really unrealistic that one woman would have all this trouble fighting off countless psychos, her performance was excellent here, and it was nice to see her again. Really the best work she's done since at least Scream 2. She was tough and yet grounded all at the same time. The opening scene was really cool too, and the halfway point has a cool twist. Gail's appearance in particular was really sweet, especially when she first shows up. Honestly, I grew bored with the character a long time ago, but this is the first time in ages that I was glad to see her, though her appearance was short. It was nice to learn to dig the character again. The twins from 5 and 6 show up again, and yeah, I always found them annoying, but here in smaller roles, they really didn't bother me. Stay tuned after this brief, funny commercial to see the things about the movie I didn't like. Before the ending, I had it all planned out. I was going to talk about how this, despite being completely unnecessary, was a perfectly decent slasher. Nothing to write home about, but a clear improvement from the last two trashy films. I would have said that I think the reason people hated this movie so much was that it was hyped way out of proportion, and people got their hopes up, expecting something great, when it was just a nice little time. And I would have gave it a respectable B, and said it was treated unfairly. But that was until the ending. Ugh. I never dreamed that the Scream 6 reveal could have been challenged for the worst reveal in the franchise, but then I met Scream 7. The ending clearly rivals 6 for the worst ending and reveal in the entire franchise. It's the exact opposite of 4, which was a good movie that was greatly elevated by a brilliant reveal and climax into a higher tier. This movie was perfectly decent until the end, and then the end ruined it. The killer motivation was trash, and frankly incoherent. It was nice to see Stu back, or was it? No spoilers, but the way they brought him back was really lame. This ending ruined the film for me, and took me out of what was until then a good time. Oh, I don't like any of the new characters either, especially Sid's daughter, who is whiny and emo, and is angry at Sid for being overprotective and for not wanting to talk about her past. Look, if you went through what she did, would you want to blab about it? She was being unreasonable and disrespectful to her mother, frankly. And I think it's a mistake to pass the torch to such a bland, unlikable character. Though the legacy characters were all pretty solid, even the ones I didn't like. Overall, no, it's not the worst in the franchise. 5 and 6 were, and no, it didn't quite deserve to hate. But I understand perfectly why people hated this one. The ending is the most important part of the story, and this ending was awful. For those of you who watched my Scream franchise review, and frankly there weren't that many of you, I would put this right in front of 5 and right behind number 3. In other words, it's ranked 5th out of 7. By the way, check that video out after this one. See you later on the Hillbilly Review channel. And press that like button and subscribe for more horror. This is my real face. Try not to vomit.